Any fears we may have felt from the early hiccup on the opening day of the Ligue 1 season have been washed away as PSG have returned to the form that everyone expects of them. And welcome back, everyone, to episode number 145 of Bottom to the Top. I am Mr. Cellophane. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic Friday. That 2-2 draw against Strasbourg that we've talked about from a couple of episodes ago. As you see in the league, nothing but a sea of green ever since. Since we were last together, we won against Nantes 5-2 at home. We kind of let them back in it a little bit toward the end after taking a big lead. Same thing happened at home against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. 4-3, that scoreline certainly favors Dortmund, but we were pretty much in control of that one. We tried to close the game down by not actually closing the game down. Still a 4-3 victory is a 4-3 victory. We followed that up, though, with back-to-back 5-1 victories in the league against Grenoble, who were sitting ninth at the time, and Montpellier, before returning home and shutting out Lille by a score of 3-0. However, our fortunes did not continue as we took on Napoli in Italy in the Champions League. We were chasing this game for, well, pretty much all of it. Kieran O'Malley scoring in the 6th minute put us behind the 8 ball. Dmitry Tarasenko headed home a very nice goal on a corner kick. Then we tried to, around that time, kind of like step up the tempo and really take control of this game. And that ended up being a mistake as Alvaro Aguayo scored not once, but twice in a 3-minute span to give Napoli the 3-1 victory. So in the league, we remain at the top of the table. 9 wins, 1 draw through our first 10 on 28 points with a 5-point cushion over Marseille and Rennes. Marseille, we're going to take a look at them in today's episode. Gershke Akar tied for the league lead with 8 goals. Stain Gershkins tied for the league lead with 5 assists, and Kim Seon-il with twice as many clean sheets as anybody else with 6 out of 10 appearances so far in the league. We're not putting up those same kind of numbers in the Champions League. 2-0-1 through our first 3 of 8 matches in the league phase. Currently sitting in 11th place with just a +2 goal differential on 6 points. Manchester United, the only team that is currently perfect, although draws for Madrid, Barcelona, Leverkusen, Chelsea, PSV, who is our next Champions League opponent, and Napoli, of course, have them ahead of us on the table. A pair of top 5 teams on the docket for this episode in Toulouse and Marseille. We do have to juggle things just a little bit because we have a couple of issues right now at the moment. At left wing, Pietro Baldassare picked up a knock over the week. He is going to be, actually it happened in the last match against Napoli. He is unavailable to start. His backup, Glenn Oyvind Christensen, has a virus, and we sent him home so he wouldn't infect the rest of the team. And our third choice option, Aimore, also picked up a knock in training. He is kind of unavailable, at least not probably the best option to start. So the team we are going to field is going to be Kim Seon-il in goal behind Brunelli, Osorio, Tarasenko, and Anderson. Xavi Simons is going to pop into the midfield alongside Cesar Ventura. That is because Stain Gershkins is going to get the start as our left wing. Laharai Laribi will be on the right, and all of them are going to be in support of Iñaki and Gershke Akar. Only the second start of the season for Xavi Simons. Hopefully he makes it a memorable one. We are on the road at Toulouse. Currently on the live table, just a 3-point lead over Rennes. They were victorious in their match earlier this week. Hopefully we can hold off Marseille from charging forward. Williams in control of it on the right wing, plays it to Bruni. His cross is going to be blocked, and they'll go right to Cesar Ventura. Ventura wins some traffic, plays it ahead for Laribi, moving it to his left foot, looking for Iñaki, played over Akar, shoots and scores, charging forward along that near post, taking the assist from Iñaki and his 10th goal of the season. his league-leading 9th goal in Ligue 1. And maybe that went off the head of Kononov and was not insisted by Iñaki. But either way, Iñaki made him nervous, and PSG taking an early 1-0 lead. Hoping for more, but Bruni is in control for Toulouse. He'll be taken out by Xavi. Brunelli gets it to Ventura. Iñaki in control, carrying it through the middle. Feeding it up the right to Laribi, cutting it inside, dropping it for Ventura. Up for Gershkins, and Gershkins will score. However, he may have been just a bit offside. VAR is going to check this one, and the referee's arm confirms it. Stijn Gershkins will not be picking up his 3rd goal of the year, as he did stray into an offside position, although it was a pretty tight one. So 1-0 remains your score, but good job getting forward by PSG. Let's see if we can keep putting the pressure on. Gershkins off of the throw-in into the middle, finds Laribi with his 5th goal of the year. Gershkins adding to his assist tally, his league-leading assist tally, and the 100th career goal for Laribi has given PSG a 2-0 lead here in this first half on the road. Hoping to stay undefeated in Ligue 1 and perfect since the opening week. So play it forward. Ventura flipping it toward Iñaki, trying to drop it for Akar. Played away, but Xavi steps in front of it. Gershkins for Brunelli in the middle. Ventura feeding Gershkins into the box. Little bit of a heavy touch, knocked away by Van Dam, but Brunelli puts it into the middle. Gershke Akar with his brace and 11th goal in all competitions on the season. And just over 30 minutes in, it is Toulouse 0, PSG 3. Stijn Gershkins getting a bit untidy with the ball in the box, but Brunelli in support, helping him out. Gershke Akar putting it home. And PSG has looking to cruise to another victory, their 10th of the year, currently sitting on the live table on 31 points with a 5-point lead over Rennes. Marseille still is yet to play in this match week, and after 45 minutes, that is where we sit. Now, possession numbers still leading towards Toulouse. We're not really trying to hold on to the ball. We're trying to work on the fast break and keep that tempo up. So far, except for the Napoli match, it has worked out very, very well for us. We may need to figure out an alternative system for the Champions League matches, but right now, Ligue 1, it's working really well. Gershke Akar knocked off of the ball, played out, but Tarasenko knocks it down to Ventura. Wide for Anderson, getting the start at right back. Anderson has actually been pretty good out at right back. We saw in the first episode of this season the issues we were having with Alexandru Shusha. Our trust in him has definitely waned. Played around. Brunelli ahead for Stijn Gershkins, up the left wing side, taking it deep. Brunelli, quick pass to Iñaki, across for Akar. His shot's going to be blocked, and Van Dam will be able to clear. Tarasenko pushing it deeper, but Toulouse will once again regain control. 7-3, your shots on goal. Dominating in XG. Dominating everywhere except, of course, in possession. But you know what? If we're getting the results, I am okay with that. Corner from Akar, easily handled by Toulouse, but the clearance settled down by Xavi. He'll look to recycle and get things going once again. Anderson in control, back for Tarasenko. For Xavi, Osorio, I have a feeling this highlight is about to end. Spend too much time in the middle third as you try to recycle a corner kick, and it tends not to continue. But played ahead for Gershkins in the middle. There's the hat trick for Gershke Akar. Goals number 10, 11, and 12 if this one stands. The referee is consulting with VAR, but they have confirmed that it is, in fact, a good goal. Played across, Brunelli ahead for Stijn Gershkins, picking up another assist as Akar one-times it for the 4-0 PSG lead. So I think after this highlight, we're going to make some changes to the squad, get some guys in there that maybe haven't been playing a lot. Celentano, though, taking it in. His shot is going to be too strong. Kim Seon-il getting his hand on that one. So we are going to go to our more defensively minded setup. Iñaki is going to be up top. Gershke Akar is actually going to come out in place of Sherkan Kurt, who is on the bench, obviously because of the plethora of injuries that we have sustained recently. Bruni still in control off the corner. Basha will play it back, intended for his man, the left back, but Akar steps in front of it, and Lahorai Laribi will control as the tactical changes have been made by Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully we will knock up our possession numbers a little bit, and we'll be able to keep them off the scoreboard. Sandoval looking to do something different, however. Masic ahead for Basha. Bruni in control, trying to find his man. Lecombe pushing it forward, moving it to his right foot, and that is in. It's going to go in off the foot of Osario. Javier Osario credited with the own goal. And it really is embarrassing when you sit here and talking about all of the changes you're making to see out the game, get more defensive, become more responsible with the ball, and immediately you give up a goal. But the kickoff highlight is Iñaki is in control. Moving it forward. Dipsy Doos around his man. Left foot shot. Just a bit too strong. Simone watches it sail over the crossbar and into the stands. Toulouse has actually taken a lead in the shots on goal 12-10. Their XG has gone way up as well. But we are still absolutely in the catbird seat in this match. Cesar Ventura could use a little bit of a break. He's going to come out in place of Alban Bayou. Iñaki will make way for, well, we really don't have anyone to make way for. How about Javi Simons? And Simons will be replaced by Damiano Diana. So we're really getting deep on our bench for this match. Hopefully we get some of our starters back in time for the Marseille fixture just a couple of days. Bayou, his clearance doesn't go very far. Lecombe up the wing. Williams shooting, and Nico Williams with a sharp angle shot picks up his second of the year to knock the PSG lead down to 2 with about 4 minutes left to go. And this is the part of the game that makes me, as a manager and a football manager player, nervous because, frankly, it's just like everything that can go wrong, excuse me about that, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, including a telemarketing call in the middle of recording this episode. Diana picking up an injury to his thigh in the 92nd minute, so Devin White is going to come in. Hasn't been playing in a midfield position. We've been rotating him in and out, primarily as a center back, of course. We are pleased with the performance overall. 4-2, your final score. Now that Toulouse is done and dusted, we turn our attention back to the Parc des Princes. We're taking on Marseille, currently sitting second in the table. They're 5 points behind us right now. So a win today could widen our advantage at the top of Ligue 1 to 8. Here's the team that's going to do it. It's going to be Kim Seon-il behind Brunelli, Osario, Tarasenko, and Anderson. Ventura and Gershkin's in the midfield. Baldassare coming back into the starting lineup at left wing. It'll be Iñaki and Akar as our strikers, and Lahorai Laribi will be starting on the right wing. If we can do it, well, I'll be a very, very happy boy. But knowing full well that coming up right after this match, well, we've got a game in the Champions League coming up right after this match. But following that, our next league game is against our bogey team in Stade de Rennais. So Rennes also 5 points behind us, but with a inferior goal difference to Marseille by 3. So Rennes could very well, if we win as we hope to, Rennes could very well be moving into second place by virtue of how we are victorious in this one. Gershkin sending it in. Osario just a little bit too strong on that header, looking for, I believe, his third corner kick goal of the early season. I say the early season. We are just about 1/3 of the way through the Ligue 1 season already. Gershke Akar, this time from the other side. Osario, again, cannot really get a lot of strength behind that one. Maybe Osario needs a break, and we may have to dip into our bench to find somebody else to pair with Dmitro Tarasenko for the remainder of this match. Meanwhile, Cesar Ventura having a bit of a rough time, picking up an early yellow card. Osario's going to send it forward. Can't find Iñaki. Ramirez nods it down. Shao dropping it all the way back to Diop, who looks to control it, but his pass is picked up by Baldassari. Playing it across. Gershke Akar feeding Iñaki, moving it to his right foot, shooting across the goal mouth. And Jiquel did not need to make a save as Iñaki pulled that one just wide of the near post. Ventura for Iñaki. Look at the numbers moving forward for PSG. Baldassari into the box up the left side, into the middle. Iñaki, his shot will be deflected by Monome. Wide out and out for another PSG corner. You can't say we aren't taking our chances. Gershkin sending it in, popped up. Osorio can't get to it. It's going to be cleared. It looks like Osorio, the reason why he didn't is because he was too busy pushing Diop out of the way. A final third throw in for Anderson. Is that a drizzle? Anderson playing it deep for Laribi. Into the middle. Akar with a man on his back, getting it outside the box for Anderson. Gershkins will lose it on a heavy touch to Ramirez. Sent away. Osorio collects and looks to recycle it forward. Baldassari looking for Akar. Far post. Monome able to clear it with a little help from Alvarez, but Anderson is there now. Up the sideline for Laribi. Nice move. Into the middle. Baldassari taken down. Solimene pushes him. The referee points to the spot, and PSG with a chance to take the lead late in this first half with a spot kick. The question is, can Stain Gershkins convert on this one? Yes, he does. Finally. Third time's a charm from the penalty spot. Third goal of the season for Stain Gershkins as PSG takes the 1-0 lead. We don't really need to see a replay of a penalty kick, do we? 13-1, your shots on goal. We're playing Marseille like they're in 20th. I mean, I know there aren't 20 teams in Ligue 1. Don't at me in the comments. Instead of second place. So it's been a very strong outing for PSG. We just need to hit the back of the net just a little bit more often and not let our foot off of this gas pedal. Stain Gershkins with the penalty in the 45th minute. That is the difference in this match. PSG 1, Marseille 0. So far, the match has been all PSG. And of course, as soon as I start saying things like that, it's a highlight for them as Xiao tucks it inside. Why do I keep doing this to myself? In off the post. We play such good defense. Except when they slow it down. I mean, this is like a slow motion goal. And Kim Seon-il just caught slightly out of position. And Marseille able to level this match at 1. So we are going to demand more from our team. I'm afraid to knock the mentality up. Akar with a free kick, sending it forward. Iñaki in for Tarasenko, and he clatters it off of the crossbar. You have got to be joking me. Here we go again. Cesar Ventura is coming out. Xavi Simons will take his spot. Iñaki, we are almost out of strikers. Leharai Laribi will come up front. Danny Miller will take over on the right wing. Iñaki playing well, but just tired. He's been playing quite a bit. 19-3, your shots on goal, and it's a 1-1 game. We've hit the woodwork. We've had stupid penalties in the box. We've given up cheap goals. It's not really that it was a cheap goal. That I don't want to minimize the talent that Marseille used in order to get that goal. Oh, Miller settles under it ahead. Akar, he's got a man to his left. It's Laribi. He shoots, and a save is made by Jiquel. All he had to do for Lahorai Laribi was just take a little bit of a touch. There was no need to one-time it and blast it from the edge of the box. Akar sending in the corner kick. That one's going to be cleared by DeRose, and Ramirez will track it down. We're gonna draw this match. I just have this bad feeling. Anderson for Gershkins. Cross for Xavi. Looking to get it in for Baldassari around the edge of the box. Will retreat and give it back to Xavi. Brunelli chipping it far post. Miller is nowhere to be found because Jiquel easily coming in off his lines to make that play. Sending it long. Osorio trying to pick out Akar. Can't, but Xavi gathering the loose ball. Fresh legs on Xavi. Akar for Gershkins. Gershkins forward, moving it to his left, shooting. And Jaquel making the one-handed save with his right hand, forcing the corner kick in the 89th minute. And once again, we are making an inferior goalkeeper look world-class. Osario putting it right into Jaquel's hands. He'll hang on, and that will just about do it for this match. I think 5 minutes added on, a deep throw-in. Miller looking to send it across. Punched away by Jaquel. Brunel, Akar with it. Moving it to his right, shooting it across, and that will miss. Unbelievable. What a disappointment, I've got to say. I mean, I pump up how well we've done, and then we throw out a turd like this. Stain Gershkin scoring on the penalty. That's the only difference. Samuel Schall with the equalizer in the 62nd minute. Second draw of the year. We do, however, remain undefeated. Seriously, I'm at a loss for words. Could I have made changes to the shape, tried to get a little more pressing? Absolutely. Did I think I needed to in that match? Not at all. Plenty more league action, Champions League action to come. I will see you back here on Monday. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you have not, and come on back after you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you then. Until Monday, bye-bye.